In this video, we'll solve this word problem about supply, demand, and prices. For the price-supply equation, we'll use supply as our first coordinate and price as our second coordinate. And for the price-demand equation, we'll use demand as our first coordinate and price as our second coordinate. So in each equation, supply and demand are the independent variables and the price are the dependent variables. First, let's work on the price-supply equation. We'll use X for supply and P for price. From the problem, we can tell when we have the price of $2.13, the corresponding supply is 8.9 billion. And when the price is $1.5, the supply is 8.2. So here we have two ordered pairs on the price-supply equation. We can use the 2 points to find the equation. First, let's find the slope. By using the slope formula, we can find the slope of the line we're looking for is 0.9. Now we can write the equation in the point-slope form. We know the slope is 0.9. The point, you can pick any of these 2 points. I'll pick the second point as my point in the point-slope form. So 8.2 and 1.5. Now let's plug in the numbers in the point-slope form. Now simplify this equation. This is the equation in the slope-intercept form. Remember our second coordinate is P, not Y. So now I'm going to change this Y into P. P equals 0.9x minus 5.88. And this is our price-supply equation. This is the answer for part A, the price-supply equation. For part B, find the price-demand equation. We follow a similar procedure. First, we find the two ordered pairs from the problem. Then we can use the 2 points to find the equation. First, we find the slope of the line using the slope formula. Then plug in 1 point and the slope into the point-slope form. Solve this equation. For P, we have P equals negative 0.7x plus 6.68. And this is the price-demand equation we're looking for part B. Now let's work on part C, find the equilibrium. If at a certain price the supply is equal to the demand, then we say we've reached an equilibrium at that price. So we will put the supply equation and the demand equation in a system and solve the system. We can find when the supply is equal to the demand. I will solve it by using the substitution method. So sub equation 1 into equation 2. We have this equation, and then solve for x. We have x equals 7.85. Then solve for p by plugging this value into either of the two equations. P is 1.185. So the equilibrium point is 7.85, 1.185. This means at the price of $1.185, the supply is equal to the demand. Now let's look at part D. We'll graph the two equations in the same system. The supply curve will roughly look like this, and the demand curve or the demand line will roughly look like this. The point that the two lines intersect will be the equilibrium point. To the left of the equilibrium point, we can see that the demand is greater than the supply. And to the right of the equilibrium point, we can see the supply is greater than the demand. See you in the next video.